got any more sides there?
Are
You
you
for
recording?
almost.
Yep.
I am live. I am live now. So get you a good biblical woman won't sass you on camera in front of your following, cause
I wasn't sassing you.
she wasn't
I was
sassy.
just sharing my requirements.
We got everything we need. The word was very good today. I feel like that's kind of appropriate for the be a tune. Everything we need. I hear you, boss. The word was good today. The word was interesting. It was in Matthew. The missus liked the word today. She told me that for sure, for sure. It was interesting. I actually don't think I have a lot to say about it. I think this is one of them words where I'm gonna have to sit and think on it for a little bit. Think on it for a little bit because there's a lot of the concepts that Jesus was talking. Jesus was saying like, "Blessed are the meek," and there's a few other things like the meek, but the people who mourn and things like that. And he was the Beatitudes. He was saying that you do them both. You know what I'm saying? You do them both. It's not an either or situation. Meaning, if you not mourning, that means you not blessed or something like that. It was kind of like simultaneously like.
God's not saying that you have to be in the state of distress to be blessed.
Yeah.
But also when you are in that state of distress doesn't mean you are not blessed.
Yeah.
So don't go out seeking.
Yeah. Don't be making the life tough because you think it make you blessed. Yeah.
But in your times of struggle, know that God is there and there's a blessing in that.
I just think it's. Oh yeah, gotta get off of Main Street because they got the freeways all crazy in Columbus right now. It looks like they back open for some reason right now, baby. Because this was closed, right, earlier?
Yeah, there's no. I guess you don't know. Vehicles of police.
Yeah, they're not doing it.
Maybe they're just working this morning.
Maybe they're sweeping it.
Yeah, because the road.
They were sweeping it. They doing some weird stuff out here in the Columbus freeway. Hey.
They're doing exactly what we asked for.
Okay, so like, look, all right, on the side testimony, because I forgot about this, but like when we was house shopping.
Well, when we decided that we were gonna buy the house out here, and we were visiting a lot. I don't know. We were visiting a lot. I said that this traffic is ridiculous, and what they need to do is build a bridge so then the traffic going this way can just go over the bridge, and then we don't have to sit for hours waiting for people to merge and people being rude to each other. But we're like, that'll never happen. DJ was like, oh, you need to call the city and all this stuff. I was like, they'll never do that. A year later, they have started building a bridge. It's been 2 years later that we get the bridge, but
I did start praying on them doing something about this.
We just said we need to pray about it.
That's part of the testimony thing she was saying. I was like, we need to pray about it. And literally a season after or something, they started doing this stuff. So if y'all familiar with this part of C-Bus, they are finally doing the ramp. We got to get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more pillars. But they didn't have all this last week. So me and wifey are very excited about this new setup. I'm very excited about it. Yeah, I'm very excited about it. Because it's going to... Miles is excited about it as well.
Yeah, they finally got that part.
Yeah, so that's going to help us with traffic. I won't be able to feel the benefit of that this summer when I switch to day shift. But it's looking like by the fall... they should have that done. So, but yeah. So like, even though I'm going through the stress of not having that bridge, I'm still blessed in the midst of it. It's I'm trying to bridge the gap with this Pastor Ford message because I think it was really good. I think it was hitting.
Coming.
What?
It's a blessing.
Yeah. The blessing is coming. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna come on God's time. Because if it was on me and wifey's time, the bridge would be. They would have never stopped working. It'd have been like, oh, hold on, I ain't gonna speak for wife. Pharaoh. I'd have been like Pharaoh. Yo, Get the stones. I wouldn't take the straw though. I'm not doing it like that. I don't see how that'll help get the bridge. Oh look, they got the bottom done too.
Yeah, that's been done though.
So maybe they'll just finish the. Yeah. So maybe it'll be
Except for the
quicker.
road.
But the word was great. We focused on the Beatitude, the Sermon on the Mount, and it's Jesus. And we focused on like whose Jesus crowd was, which is I always just thought Jesus crowd was everybody, but more specifically, I don't know if y'all gonna like this. More specific, the losers. You losers, whether it be your health is trash, you broke. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing. I'm paraphrasing. Pastor Ford would never talk like that. But you losers, the people who couldn't do nothing about nothing, but what Jesus was saying is, blessed are y'all who mourn, or, you know what I'm saying, who have righteousness. Because although people are going through things, you can see, like the image of God. I try to inform people based off what I know about it. Is like I tell people, like, the reason why you feel so bad when somebody do you so wrong is because you are made in the image of God, meaning you do have some inner sense or higher sense of justice or properness or what's right. So I think that's what Pastor Greg was getting at with some of the message, specifically on righteousness, or the idea, or thirst for justice. Like a lot of us are starved for some of these Jesus fruits, some of these Jesus fruits, and I've been noticing it for a while, where, you know what I'm saying, I do thirst for justice, righteousness. Like I see things like they'll bail a corporation out, right? And then like we still gotta ride past homeless people and stuff like that. So like some of the things don't always make sense to me. I'm gonna keep praying, but like some things just don't seem right, and then some things I just know it's not right. But I want the rightness. I don't necessarily always know exactly what that is or how to do it or how to execute it, but like my heart be wanting healthiness. That makes sense, bro? Like I be like for real, like it be a lot of little things. I don't wanna pick fun because of the, hey, I ain't gonna go there with it, but I don't wanna get off topic, but the Beatitudes.
Beatitudes.
I like calling them Beatitudes. The Beatitudes are interesting. I think this is one of my first times in church in a while where this was the subject matter, and I thought it was interesting because we started off talking about Matthew and his audience and shorthand and stuff. So it's basically saying he's talking to a certain people, and this certain people can identify, and Miles is crazy. They can identify with a certain lifestyle, because Jesus came and he was talking to the lowly of the lowest, man. You know what I'm saying? The people with disease, the people who didn't have, the people who was lacking, the people who needed to fill voids. And I just thought that was interesting. But you suffer and accept the blessing, if that makes sense. Because what was the flip side of it? If you join in on the bad side or something, I forgot. I might have to watch it again.
What do you say?
When he was saying how you need
But where's our house?
you don't want to Isn't he saying like you don't want to partake in believing that just because you don't mourn, you know what I'm saying? What determines if you're blessed or not? What determines if you're blessed or not? And I think that's something interesting, because what I go to is repentance. I do a lot of praying and a lot of repentance. So every time God holler at me.
It's like how we used to talk about at the first church, Will's church we used to go to. Remember, I used to say that, like, all they would talk about is people who were struggling, people who were having a hard time in life, like how blessed you were, and know that your struggle is coming and it's gonna be horrible, but God's got you. And I used to feel like bad because I wasn't struggling or I wasn't going through all that stuff. And sometimes I feel like they preach this, like, you're suffering and that's when God uses you and that's when greatness comes, but that's not always the case.
It's not always the case.
You don't have to be going through a struggle for God to bless you, or your struggle might look different than somebody else's struggle. You know,
Yeah, I
like
like
your
that.
struggle could be that you are mourning because you lost somebody, and you know you have all this death that you're going
And
through.
I
But my
have,
struggle could just be like I'm seeing injustice, and you might
yeah.
feel like your struggle is more than mine, but that is my struggle. So everybody's struggle looks a little bit different, and God uses it in different ways. I think that's what you're.
Yeah. I like that, boo. Good commentary. I gotta pump some gas. You wanna talk to the people? Well, but yeah, man. Determining like if you blessed or not. I've been through some similar things, whereas I feel like my life gets better and better every year. But sometimes it can be a struggle to decide, like, am I, you know what I'm saying? Am I blessed? Am I living in the blessing? Am I, no fault, y'all. I gotta pumping this gas. Get on over to the scene. Oh, dang, man. So, yeah, it can get interesting because it's like I'm no longer in a situation where I don't feel that real life daily struggles I did as a youth, as a child. So like now as an adult, I don't really be stressing. I'll be more so fixated on making sure that I'm living right and I'm being responsible for everything that God gave me.
Sings him on his Dance with My Father CD before he had passed away, and I love to.
Yeah, so somebody car speaker turned on. But yeah, I think it's interesting because like you know what wifey was saying, like I don't feel that way. Is that the link to my closeness with God? And I thank God that she didn't feel like she wasn't close to God or going through that. It was just I was trying to tell her, like maybe the message to this particular congregation, that's where the minister is on. But but like yeah, I don't, my life isn't as what I would say physically or environmentally as stressful as it was back in the day. So does that mean I'm less blessed? I would argue it shows that you are blessed. So I guess you can always be somewhere on that spectrum. Yeah. Yeah, so hey. Oh yeah. My niece arrived, y'all. So y'all don't know on this channel because I don't think I've covered it on this channel, but I have a niece now. I had to wait to get gray hairs though. You know what I'm saying? But I have a niece. She is adorable. I can't wait to meet her. My son is really, really hype about meeting her. I am. I know you are, son. That's what I was telling the people. Forget the M. Okay, what M? This is an M.
I made one with a straw.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Good job. You made an M. But yeah, check into One Church. This is the start of a new series, so we're gonna get more into it. So I actually can't wait till next week to see, you know, how we gonna get more into what Jesus was actually getting at too, and according to Pastor Ford. I wasn't gonna do it, but I gotta get a church review. I looked up at least 4 times to make sure that I was in church because homie had on the jean double pocket shirt, full sleeves. I'm telling you, we're in a different era. Like I'd have never thought 10, 15 years ago the minister or preacher that I'll be listening to would look like Pastor Ford. That's not a diss. It's just an interesting observation. Like that was just interesting to me. So I was like, oh, my minister looked like he was in the biker gang at one point. I don't know. I don't know his backstory. Maybe I'll look him up a little bit. But it's just interesting his look. And I was like, oh, I'm really learning the word though from dude though. Which made me think he might have been in a biker gang or something at some point because
I don't think
his
so.
word be like he done been through some real stuff. Like, that's how he
said
kicked
he
the
was a
word.
hothead. Remember
He
was a
did say he was a
football player.
hothead.
Yeah.
He said he was a... Don't say like me.
He's like you.
I'm not tatted like that. Don't say like
That's
me.
the only difference, y'all, though.
Don't say
You wanted to be tatted.
I wanted to be tatted, but I didn't
like,
tat.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
But Pastor G is cool. He was kicking that word today. I'm gonna definitely have to rewatch to see if I can get some more from it because it was interesting. And I heard Pastor Ford, your 10 o'clock, your second service, I'll be hearing be a little more fire though. So I'm gonna have to check you out. But like, share, and subscribe. Tune in. Gotta go get some groceries. Gotta go get some groceries for the family. You know, here and get some groceries. I want to talk more about this message, but I feel like I have to see it again because it caused me to do a lot of like life glimpses, reflections. But then that little 45 minutes, I wasn't enough time to really sit on that message because it just made me think of like, so where are these people now, right? So Jesus did that talking at the Sermon on the Mount. Everybody found out what happened. Is like, did them people accept that health? And then in a decade or two later, was they, you know what I'm saying? Was they transformed and all that? And I like to think, yeah. So I just left out the exit the wrong way. But I'm about to enjoy the rest of this Sunday with my fam. Like I said, y'all, like, share, and subscribe. For all y'all who want to work out, definitely got the Real Workout channel popping off. We getting abs in the summer. This is going to be abs summer. The summer is already approaching. It's not too late to get these abs if you hop on. If you hop on the team, we doing a get ab only workout at least once a day. If you really want them abs, do this twice a day, 2-3 times a day. And you gonna have them the abs summer, ABS summer. That's what we going for. What else we got? Yeah, I think that's it. Man. Like, share, and subscribe. Drop your area code. Let me know what service you attend when you go to the one church. You know, it's always a good time. Great songs. Just a good time. Over and out. Why is this dude driving through the parking lot, through parking spots? Like it ain't busy just because that's how he choosing to travel. I don't get it. Your lemonade was good. I'm in the lane.
Yeah, but you always pull up too far back when you do that, and then you can't get in the trunk, remember?
Go get you a wifey, man. I'm telling you. It's all health, all love. You got a little song you doing, Miles? What's that?